Thank you, Fatima Zahra, for your beautiful ideas, and thank you for the students who shared the quotes. I was like about to ask her if she can share the quote. So anyone want to add anything else? Or someone want to, oh, okay, Nofal, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Nuha. Do you hear me, guys, very well?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, speaking about decisions and how parents help their kids to make decisions in their lives, I believe a lot of parents confuse between two things. They confuse between a peaceful parenting, which means you have a kind of orientation. You help your kid to make a decision, but you will not impose your opinion. This is the first thing I believe parents should know. And here, I think there are two questions the parents always ask their students or their kids about school, and this is the problem. The first thing is what you learned today. And this is a huge problem with this question, because when you are asking your kid what you learned at school, which means you tell your kid that the best education or what is important is at school but not outside of school. You should learn math, physics, and you are good. Second thing is, when we get older and when we know the system, the student, what he will try to do. When we are studying in the classroom, he will ask the teacher, is this gonna be in the test? Because now the students understand that I should know what is in the test and go and pass the test and get an A, so my parents will be proud. So here, there is a huge transition between from learning because I want to learn to I want just to make my parents proud. And this is a huge problem. And what is worst, and it's in a reality now, and we should know it, because now in the high-tech companies, this is an example, like Google, like Microsoft, like Facebook, you don't need a degree to work in those companies. You don't need to be, you can be a high school student and go work for these companies. What is important for these companies is that you have the important skills, the needed skills. Maybe you can have a PhD and not get admitted.
Thank you very much. Now we move to our friend Barafti.
Well, I definitely agree with all of you guys. And actually lately, I've been like hearing like so many parents who are telling to each other like, your child, your kids aren't you. And I think that this is like a kind of an understatement, because like one of the most common mistakes parents do is to think their child is an extension of themselves. And what most don't realize is that no matter how hard you try to push your children to like the things you want them to, the teens will still develop their own preferences. And according to an article, children who do not get to explore their identities might experience role confusion, which is not knowing who they are and their place in this world. And this actually, I think that this can affect their personal social relationships, leaving them disappointed and confused, and the list goes on. So I think that parents should let their child explore, allow the child to be exposed to various activities that will help them discover their strength, skills, talent, or passion, or whatever thing it is. Aside from regular schooling, parents can also like encourage them to attend some career fairs, volunteer their time, or apply for internship programs. So I think that the more exposed they are, the more they'll gain perspective on their career options, and the more they're going to see life in a clear way. And actually another thing I wanted to add is, I think that it's common now that the parents are comparing their children to others. And I think that we need to stop comparing, stop basing like the child's achievements on the accomplishments of their siblings, peers, or anyone else, because like every child has their own strength and weaknesses. And if they should choose like an unpopular course or have a lower paying job than others, as we saw in the video, it doesn't mean they are lacking. Everyone is unique in his own way, and everyone has his own perspectives. So I think that parents, they should let their kids choose their own path, and parents should not deny their child this kind of victorious feeling of finding out and providing and proving that they're able to do something good for themselves, not just because of mom or dad or whoever this person is. Thank you.
Thank you, Bara, for your beautiful ideas. Move to Yasmin Helfi and see what she got to say about this. Yasmin, go ahead.
Thank you. What I wanted to add to what Mr. Nopez said is that I totally agree with you. And I believe that parents have the role to show the right way to their kids. You know, to not let them just study and that's all. Yeah, it's true. You should put them, let them participate in some activities and everything, but you should not impose it to them. You should actually just lead them and let them be. You should let them choose. Maybe they are not motivated, for example, probably in soccer, which you must not impose to him because other kids like to do it and become successful thanks to it. No, you should guide him to something that he likes. Find his something that makes him special, something that motivates him to keep up and continue. And also, coming back to the video, I really appreciated the way that the African-American woman was defending her son and didn't get that pressure when the white woman was giving her opinion about her son because she knew it was the right way to do things. She knew that if she limited her son to things that she wants him to be so she could show off with him and what he knows to do, she would obviously maybe create some insecurities by always feeling that pressure and that he's not good enough and he always should do better. But she showed him that whatever he does, she loves it. She will always be there for him. And that must be really important and should be priority to every single parent.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. Now we move to, Nuhaila.
Thank you, Noha. So I guess that children shouldn't have to sacrifice so that you can have the life you want. You make sacrifices so your children can have the life that they deserve. And I guess the proof is that Katie, the white woman, I guess, so she was not caring about what her child wants. She was just caring about what she wants her child to be. And that's the difference between Katie and Nancy, because Nancy is letting her child to choose what he wants to be and make him happy. And I guess that's the point.
Thank you, Nuhaila. So now we will move to Akram al-Hafi. So Akram al-Hafi, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I want to give my opinion, and completely I agree with the mothers that said that all what matters to her is seeing her child happy, because if he is happy, she's happy too. And another point is, if you force your child to do something, he will never succeed because he doesn't want to do it. It's not his cup of tea. He's not in that thing. So how can he succeed in it? You should follow your kid and let him choose what he want to do, what he want to be. Some parents in Morocco, especially in Morocco, think that if their child left school, that means his life is done. He stopped his life. It's completely wrong. It just, you have so many things to do, like sports, playing basketball, art, or soccer. There are so many things that you can do. There's not just schooling, not just studies. We know, of course we know that studies are in our life are really important so that we can be smart and we solve our problems. But it's not just we don't just have school and studies. We have so many things else to do in our life.
Thank you, Akram. Now we move to Dua Amimar.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I just want to add to what Mr. Nofel said. the most of parents think that school is everything. If you are not good at school, like you don't guarantee your future, as you said. School is really important, and we don't deny that studies are important to improve our skills and to face the difficulties of life in the future, because you can't do anything without education, and especially what school give us. And I think that when parents start pushing their kids, like you should have a good mark in the school, in the baccalaureate, you should have a good maybe 18, maybe 17. The children try to not disappoint their parents. They try to do it. Maybe they are not good at studies. Maybe they are just trying to push themselves. They try to put pressure on themselves just to not disappoint their parents. And when they maybe want to do something that they want, they don't find the support of the parents. Sometimes, like, there is we suppose like a child is good at drawing. He loves drawing. Maybe, and his parents start like, no, you should not be interested in arts. You should be interested in studies. And like that, when he does not find the support of your parents, if you don't find the support of your parents, you think that even the life.
Thank you very much. So now we move to Wisal Largig.
Personally, I think that it is undeniable that mother's love for her child is like nothing else in the world. So I think that one of the things that every mother and every parents in general do is they love their children and they want to protect them. So it has a lot of ripple effects, and I think this is one of its crimping effects. It is that they force them to do things that they don't want to do. And under the subtitle of they want to protect him, they want him to be the best, etc. And I think that every child who is facing this problem, who is facing this phenomenon, should, like, when someone forced him to be someone he's not, even he's just say no, or someone forced him to do something what is wrong, you should say no. Or someone who forced you to follow his footsteps, or is something is not right, say no. I think that it is better to say no than someone force you to say yes, or to say something that you don't even want to do.
I want to move to Lina Wumharish. Sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong.
No problem. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. So we all know that childhood and adolescence are the best phases in humans' life.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Can you please share with us the quote you said? So let's just make a deal. Everyone who says a quote has to share it so that we can all benefit from this.
Of course. Okay.
So we move to Maryam Jabara.
The last one, inshallah.
The last one, yes.
Okay, I see that children work extra hard to please their parents, not themselves. Because parents consider their children as a game or competition they should win against another parent. So they're actually building their happiness on the unhappiness of their children, that they focus more on schoolwork, thinking that it's a measure to excel on their lives, rather than skills or creativity. I see that it's not a big of a deal that having a big experience in life, and they have the right to advise their kids, but actually not make them sign up into things that they don't like. They actually corrupt their kids' life, which sometimes it can lead to hate, enmity, and it can even lead the kids to put the blame on his parents because they have ruined his life. As well as I see that parents, they should discover their kids' strengths and tendencies and give them the adequate conditions to fulfill their dreams and do what they love.
So I think that both mothers love their sons. It doesn't mean that they're bad. I think that they have different ways of expressing their love and different perspectives and ways of education. And as the man said at the end, sometimes you need to let your kid be kid, and because what matters at the end, it's his happiness. And I think what he said is 100% right, because a child must enjoy his childhood from A to Z, And being forced to do something, it is never going to lead to success, because you need to do something because you love it, because it's your desire, and not being forced to do it. So yeah, if a child receives a good education, he is going to be responsible for his choices and for his acts when he's going to get older. So
The video was about two mothers. The first mother forced her child to do what she wants. She didn't bother to ask him what he wants, what he really loves to do. And the other mother who the most important thing for her is her son's happiness. So I think that the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, you should keep looking for it. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. So I think that the parents should ask their kids what really they want, not what the parents want. Because if the kids will be in adults and they're doctor or a lawyer or I don't know, um, they're not happy. They're not happy with what they're doing. So if they do what they love, they're gonna live happily. So I think that the parents should be more, sorry, I think that the parents should ask their kids and have a quick talk with them. What do you want to be in the future? What do you love to do? This will really help the kids to not feel unloved or unwanted in the family. This is what I think.
Thank you so much for your beautiful English. I like your ideas too.
Thank you.
Go on, Zainab. Ibrahim, the
I
best.
think that the parents should understand us and should show us the good from the bad things and the bad ways. I understand this. So they must advise us, but not control us. We know and we appreciate that our parents want the best for us and want us to be something very good. But what we feel is just we are controlled, we are manipulated by our parents. I think that our parents want us to be like that just because of the environment we are living in it. Because sadly nowadays, we see people like parents making like saying that their kids are now doctors and everything, and our parents just like when they see others people's sons and children being architects, engineers, doctors, they want us to go and to be like them and just to show people what we become, but they actually never ask themselves what my son wants to be, what my daughter wants to be, what makes them happy. Do they like what we are asking them to do? That's the question that they would never ask, and they never asked it before. So I think we should just have like a little calm discussion, because they need to understand that what they are choosing for us, we aren't comfortable in it. We don't want this. You want me to be a doctor? I don't want to be a doctor. I don't like this. I don't like the hospitals. I don't like anything about this job. I want to be an artist. I want to go and work something in the phones and informatic and everything. So I think parents are just controlling us, and they need to understand us and understand them. And we should do what actually makes us happy, because without doing anything that makes us happy, I don't think we would ever be happy again. And to finish, I want to say we should do what we love and love what we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zainab. As always, you are super great. So go on, Omnia.
Okay, thank you. For me, for my opinion, I think that the parents' main goal is to make their kids feel happy and live a good life. Like let the kid be what they want to be. So parents should allow their kids to follow their own paths and find their career that it's right for them. Even sometimes we found like the kids they are like confused and lost. We should also keep in mind that sometimes some beautiful paths can be discovered without getting lost. So we should always we should advise them and help them and guide them. Like I said, and like rights. Teachers and parents have a very big responsibility to guide children and to advise them to a better future.
Thank you so much, Omnia. We go to Wissal Saddiqui.
Yeah, thank you. So actually the debate is about the children's happiness, their real happiness. Is it more about their parents' decisions or either their own decisions? Sometimes the parents, when they bring their children in to this world, they're only focusing on the idea that I want him to be perfect. And we're the only person who know how to do it, how it makes it true, how we can make it true. So while trying to compete with other parents whose child is better, trying to raise them, they forget something which is important, very important, their happiness. Did they ever ask themselves, are they really happy with it? They really want to do it? Actually, no. And it's a huge problem that we're facing nowadays, because that leads to this angel to hate his life and lose his self-esteem. Like as we saw in the video that the son of the lady said, I hate you and I hate my life too. And like we don't educate the child, as the quote said, goes, don't educate the child to be rich or to base his dreams on money. We must teach them how to do the right decisions, not to control it, like just to lead them the right road if we want him to be successful and happy. And thank you very much.
Actually, there is a lack of connection between parents, and that's why there is this issue. And Lamia, go on, Lamia.
Yes. Yeah. So actually, the video speaks about two mothers. The first mother, sometimes it is the smallest decision that can change your life forever. So we have to be careful when we're choosing or making decisions. And when parents will let their kids choosing or making their decisions, they will learn that life is a road. It has bumps and obstacles, and but in the end, it gets you somewhere. So that's why parents have to model and don't manipulate, lead, don't intimidate, support, don't shame, encourage, don't threaten, guide, and don't punish, and also listen, don't lecture. Yeah, and that's
Wow.
Why that's it? Why that's it, Binti? That's super. That's you know, it's لحظتك. That's what I want to say. Excellent. Yeah.
So we have.
I think we go to the last person. Maybe Lina is going to be the last one. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, to me, the fact that parents love their children doesn't necessarily mean that they always know what's best for them. For many of them, the meaning of happiness is like having a lot of money, a dream car and a mansion, a title in society so that they could show off in front of family and friends about how great their kids turned. But is this really it? Well, I don't think so. To me, happiness is growing like old, doing something we love and doing it with passion. Like when we do something we love, it doesn't matter to us how much money it brings. Having an enormous house or a dream car doesn't have any meaning to us, because all what we care about is that great feeling that sends us every day to give much more than just efforts. We give energy and love. But on the other hand, when we let our parents control our desires, erasing our dreams, we gradually regret the skies. No matter how much passion is gone, we grow in disguise. No love, no happiness, and the rest doesn't have any taste. We just wait for the day it ends.
For what price? To look happy in front of the world, to make our parents proud of us? No. Real parents should be proud of us no matter what we do, and they should love us for ourselves. And to end with, money can buy many things, but it will never buy happiness. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all of us for your great intervention and your great comment and great perspective. Thank you.